Welcome back to another video. Got a good one for y'all. We're gonna unbox and set up a Motus Mini. For those who are not familiar with Motus Mini has been out for a little while now. When I did some research on it, there's been videos that go back for at least a year, but you can see that this is something that has been around for a little while. One thing that drew me to the Motus Mini, y'all know I am a big fan of the Atom or Cosmos token. Something that I talk about in a lot of my videos on the Exodus wallet. I think Cosmos Atom has like a 17 or 18% staking rate right now. And for the longest time, it was 23, 24%. So when I DCA'd, I bought Cosmos Atom almost every time. But not just for that, but it is a good chain. A lot of people talk about it. I'm slowly starting to buy. I want to buy some of this osmosis and different things like that. But there's more and more companies, more and more projects are being built on the Cosmos blockchain. So part of my excitement, I guess you would say, is that if I can invest in a project that builds on Cosmos, why wouldn't I get involved in that? So that's what lured me to Soarchain. Doing some more research on it. I'm going to tell everybody right now, a lot of people are familiar and are putting this in the same category as the DIMO Macaron or the DIMO products. And while they are somewhat similar, they both go into the OB2 ports. I'm going to tell y'all, DIMO has spoiled us. This is a newer project, but there are vast differences on the two projects, and we're going to get into that also. So the Motus will go into the OB2 port, and there are other products available. There's a Motus Pro that's coming out shortly. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I'll be putting a device like this with all these antennas inside of my vehicle, but this is another product that will be coming out. It's supposed to have a little bit better rewards than what the Motus Mini is going to have. And then there's a Motus B that's coming out, which is a first because I've never seen one for a motorcycle before. And this will be for a motorcycle. So those who have motorcycles that want to get involved in, I guess, DIMO and couldn't, they have this available. So here's the Motus Mini, and we'll get to unboxing. One thing I also want to say real quick is BitHarvest Studio has a new website. It looks very clean, bitharvest.studio. So now that work's over with for the day, before I go to the gym, I'm going to go ahead and provision my new device. I want to bring you all into my vehicle now that everybody's left for the day. And before it gets too dark, let's go ahead and set this up. And please, please, please be sure to hit the thumbs up to like this video so we can get this word out. And please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with all these passive income videos we're doing. Soarchain is also on Discord. This is where I got a lot of information from also. But another thing is I went through YouTube, to be honest with you, and I looked up a lot of videos that are discussing this. One thing they are discussing, like a lot of these other new projects, getting in early is because of an airdrop. So looking at this Soarchain blog, they discuss how Motus will be having an airdrop. The mainnet, which is expected to be launched at the end of the first quarter of 2024. They discuss a couple different things, but Soarchain is airdropping its native token, a total of 2.5%, which is about 47 million Motus of the overall supply, which will be dedicated to the airdrop. The biggest portion of this airdrop will be given to the testnet users. So in other words, you get in early, you should be eligible for this airdrop. Again, full disclosure is I am planning on using that. I know I want to say that. A lot of the stuff, you know, almost everything we discuss in this channel is not financial advice. Again, this is stuff that I'm doing, that I'm sharing with others. I know a lot of y'all are degens like me. We like our passive income projects. So I want to make sure I bring this kind of stuff to you. When I saw this was on Atom, again, I got excited. I got involved in it. But I will tell y'all, as y'all going to see shortly, setup is a little bit different. There are some complaints about connectivity with this thing, power draining on batteries. Another thing I had to go do is I had to go buy a OB2 splitter. This was only $10, but it does work. I waited to get all this in and test this out before I did this video. I will have a link for this in the description. Yes, full disclaimer, because somebody got their feelings hurt. When I do these links, a couple of cents of it does go towards my channel, which helps me buy other things when it adds up. I haven't gotten one in a while, but it does go towards the channel, and it helps me buy different products to test out for y'all. So apparently somebody a while back got upset when I didn't disclose that. One thing I did learn in doing my research is Soarchain is actually a layer 1, and it's the first mobile D-pin layer 1 that can be built on. So I thought that was pretty cool too. So, you know, this is something that could be developed even more on. So I know one question might be is where to get these from. Y'all stay tuned to the end of this video because y'all want to see that part. But these from Motus, from Soarchain, are taking, I ordered one 2 weeks ago, and they told me recently it's going to be almost 3 to 4 weeks before it can come in. So stay tuned to the end of this video to learn more about that. All right, so we can do our unboxing. Hey, if y'all like these unboxing videos and these how to set up videos, please make sure you smash that like button. I like to be able to see that so I can gauge what type of videos y'all like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so that y'all don't miss any more of these kind of videos. We have more projects coming up also. So this is our Soarchain box as it came in. Kind of a nice box, not too busy or anything like that. You can see it was sealed, and I have my QR code right there that I'm gonna need later. Had a little instruction book on it. Wasn't 100% clear, as I'm gonna show y'all, because I'll show y'all when I mess up, and some cute little stickers in case y'all want to put stickers on all over your vehicles to tell everybody that y'all are involved in this. So as you can see, it was a nice little felt foam on top, and I was quite surprised that this is smaller, significantly kind of smaller than what my DIMO Macaron is. So when you compare it to the DIMO Macaron, y'all can easily see the size difference with these two devices. The Macaron is wider, taller, everything. So you can see, especially the side by side right there, you can see the size difference in these two devices. Now I'm going to show y'all my splitter that I received. It's just basically if one side plugs into the OB2 port, the other two plug into each device, each side, like I'm going to show y'all right here. One thing I will say is that how to mount this after has been a little bit of a challenge for me, so I'm going to have to figure it out, because I can tell you when it hangs, it gets entangled with your feet and stuff like that, and I don't want that. All right, so I've already created my account with the Motus app right here, and once I'm done with the Motus app creating, it says to make sure that my Bluetooth's on and my personal hotspot is on. So it says on top, Motus Connect and Drive is running in the background, but so personal hotspot is on. I made an easy Wi-Fi password. I don't ever really use this, but for the setup I'm doing it, so I don't care. It's an easy password for now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Easy enough. So I got that done, and it says then I got to plug my Motus Mini in my OB2 port. So like I said, I know I have a splitter, but for the first setup, just to make sure, it's the first time I'm trying a splitter, so I'm not putting the splitter in. I took out my Macaron for now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just plug in strictly this and set this up first, and then we'll go from there. So I'm plugging in the Motus Mini now. Y'all excuse my dirty car. I probably should have cleaned it before the video, but it's a working vehicle, and it's been raining for 4 or 5 days straight. So, all right, we got this plugged in pretty tight, and we'll see what happens with it from there. I don't know if there's any kind of lights anywhere, though this light's way underneath it, so I don't know how I'm supposed to see that. But lights are blinking. We're going to the next step. So in one of the videos, they showed connecting this Motus secure provisioning thing, but the instructions don't say anything about that. So we're trying, like for y'all, I want to do it the way that this says to do it, and then if it messes up, we're gonna mess up together, so I can show you how to do it right. So I'm gonna not worry about this, and I'm just gonna follow the app like it says. So I'm gonna register a mobile device, And it says if you don't have a Motus device, you can't complete the next step, but I have one. So I'm connecting it. Make sure my mobile phone is connected to cellular, which it is. The cellular data, Bluetooth, personal hotspot settings, it's all on. Ensure your phone is not connected to other devices. It's not. So we're gonna hit next. Connecting it to the car, I did that already. I have the red light. And here it is. Download the Motus Secure Provisioning app on my mobile phone, select provision device, and use the app to scan the QR code found inside the Motus mini box. So now I have to go and do that. So now I'm in the secure provisioning and I'm pressing provision device. It wants to know my location. Like that. And it's gonna look for my security code. So I gotta get my box out, my QR code, and I'm gonna scan that. So here's the box. I don't want to show that on camera. Not everybody's trusting. I know I trust all y'all, but you never know. So all right, it found it. It gave me a I'm trying to block that, but it asked me for different devices. So I'm back in my other app. I'm pressing already provisioned. Provisioning is complete. Yes, I'm verifying it. So now I am checking register Motus. So it says please wait while we complete these essential verifications. So I guess that's all I can do for now, but let it sit and wait. An update, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so it seems in my rush, I didn't provision it right. I was so worried about that second app that I didn't read the first app's instructions all the way. And you're supposed to try to provision this to the Wi-Fi network. Even though I think the provisioning app should say that when it lists all these different Wi-Fi networks, to me it should say, make sure to pick the SSID of your personal hotspot on your phone. So on this one, because there's no USB on here, there's two different devices. I looked it up online, how to reset the Motus Mini. One version has a USB. You need a computer with a USB cable for that. This one, you're supposed to be able to, when you power it up, you're supposed to be able to hold this little button down for 6 seconds, and then all the lights will start flashing. So I'm going to go ahead and try that now. Okay, so I waited for it to come up, and I'm holding this down for 6 seconds and see if it resets. No, that light went off. Let's see what happens if I try to reprovision this. All right, so we're gonna do this again. One thing I want to point out is these instructions say after plugging the Motus Mini into the vehicle's OB2 port, the Motus Mini will flash a red light, meaning it's connected correctly and ready for the setup. At no point is my red light blinking. My blue light for Bluetooth is blinking, but not my red one. So this time we're gonna do it correctly, and I'm gonna pick my hotspot for my phone. So here's another hint I just ran into. Aren't y'all glad I do these videos for y'all? On an iPhone, you have to press maximize compatibility. And I'm assuming this is turning on the 2.4 gigahertz of my shared hotspot here, because when this was off, this DIMO could not see, the Motus could not see my phone. When I put the maximize compatibility on, it now sees my phone right here. So that's another hiccup for y'all. Try that. So I force closed the Motus app, opened it back up, and then I'm getting 4 check marks, and I'm hitting register Motus. So again, like this whole title of this whole thing, and like I said, this is definitely not as easy as my Macaron was, that's for sure. So we can see on the dashboard, it says the status is connected to my data sync for my vehicle, and it's connected to the network. And I mean, it's got this other stuff for drive and cockpit. couple of different things on the bottom. They got a hub. They got some kind of DAPS thing. It shows you when other vehicles in the area. So that's how it goes, and we'll see what happens with it from here. Looks like I got a little bit of Motus in here, and well, I'll play around with it a little bit, keep everybody up to date on what's going on with it. And I do have it plugged in when I was trying to reset it to that splitter, OB2 splitter. The OB2 splitter works. And just in case anybody was wondering about my lights, the Macaron does have a green light now, and this stays red, and the blue blinks occasionally on the other one. So yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna tuck this underneath this dashboard somehow. I'm sure they got some areas underneath there, and get it out the way. But I don't want to tuck this too far away, because it seems like the last 2 weeks in a row the Macarons needed the update. And to start that update, I have to pull this out and put it back in to power cycle it to get it to connect to my app. So I don't want to put it too far away where I can't access these either. But also, remember this button right here. You don't want to hide. I mean, you want to make sure when you tuck this away that that button is not pressed in, or you can be resetting this thing. So that's another thing you got to watch out for. All right, so I hope I didn't confuse too many people with that. So one of the big things I have found that's going to be a little bit of pain in the you-know-what is whenever you take off in, the beginning of your trip in your vehicle, you have to activate this device every time. So you have to go into your phone, make sure your personal hotspot's running, make sure it connects to personal hotspot, then open that app so that it's started. Where the DIMO, I don't touch it. I don't ever touch it. It uses the Helium network to download, and I see the data credits going across my Helium device at home, where this thing, you have to make sure that it stays connected to your phone. So my issue with that is, where a DIMO device, I bought 3. So, one for me, one for my son, and one for my wife's vehicle. I can provision the DIMO, put it in their car. They don't even have to know it's there. Of course, they do know it's there. I don't want nobody getting any ideas or anything crazy, like watching them or something. I mean, I have Life 360 for that. So, they don't have to mess with it. With this thing, I can't rely on my wife or my son to have to go and make sure this thing is turned on every single time they get in the vehicle. I mean, I'm sure if I asked them, they would, and they would do it every now and then, but they're not as dedicated to passive mining like I am, and y'all can understand that. So I think that's going to be one thing that's going to hurt this project. Another thing, if we're going to sit here and compare, is this is not paying out rewards yet that you can be compensated for and cash in, like DIMO. DIMO is available on Coinbase. I've had it for 3 weeks now, and I got 100-something DIMO. If I wanted to, I could cash those in. This is still in testnet, so it's not on full chain yet. So again, you're hoping you get in early, because the people who got in early with DIMO, they did very well. People got early in Hive Mapper did really well. This is, again, one of our chances that we're going to take with a new device, with a new project. So yes, this one has a little bit more of a learning curve to it, a little more PITA, as they say, pain in the donkey, and you're gonna have to manage it. So that's one thing I want to make sure everybody knows about before they just go rush out and buy one. Now let's discuss buying. If you go to Soarchain's website, it doesn't warn you. It tells you can go ahead and add this to the cart, and you can check out. Well, I did that 2 weeks ago. It ain't moved. Still ain't moved. Just like my Hive Mapper ain't moved that I ordered. Just like my Weather XM ain't moved that I ordered, because I have that kind of luck. So, you want Motus Mini now, let me tell you how you can get it. Moken.io. For those of y'all who are familiar with Moken, Moken has a lot of the Helium products, a lot of the mobile stuff like that. They do sell DIMO Macarons. They are sold out of those. They sell the Autopods. They're sold out of those. They have the Hive Mapper dash cams and stuff like that. Sold out. However, what they're not sold out of, and I spoke to them before I did this video, they have a good amount of Motus Minis in stock. Over 100 the last time I was told by somebody over Discord. So these are $80. I don't have any kind of code or anything like that. I'm not that special, but if you want one of these now, you can purchase these. Ladies and gentlemen, I purchased this on a Friday, noon, Central Time. Yesterday was Monday, and this was at my house. That is one business day. I am not promising everybody's going to get that. That's in the United States. I think this shipped out of like Tennessee or something like that, Central United States. But there's an expedited option for shipping that costs $3 or $4 more, $5 more, something like that. I wanted this thing now. I'm impatient. They have a regular shipping you can do also. But I think for $84, $85, $86, this thing was at my house within one business day. You're not beating that right now. So Moken.io is the website. Y'all go check them out. If anybody's not familiar with Moken.io, they do a lot of helium stuff. This is where I check my Explorer ad for my helium devices that I still have and stuff like that. Again, I will share where I got this OB2 splitter at. They do have this right angle version. I was in such a rush, I didn't see that. I'm thinking with my issue I'm having right now with the way that thing's hanging, I might turn around and purchase this. It does take a few more days to come out with Prime, but I might order this. I do still have that second device coming. I haven't decided, the one I ordered 2 weeks ago. I haven't decided if I'm going to let my son use it, try and teach him a little bit about this crypto stuff. He just turned 17 years old, trying to get him involved in some of the stuff. I might get him to do it to see if he has the responsibility to do it or not, or I might sell it for what I paid for it. I don't know yet. I got friends that are into all this stuff. They might just take it. So that's an option for me. As always, I'm going to beg and plead for y'all. Please make sure you like this video. That's the only way to get this word out, to let everybody know about it. Like the video, please. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of videos, or I have a lot of videos coming out. A lot of projects I'm getting involved in. I told y'all I got Silencio on here, grass. I have the NATIX. I have Bit Harvest that just came out with their firmware. I have a Hive Mapper that who knows when that thing's going to show up, but I ordered one anyway with that Jupe airdrop. I'll talk about the Jupe airdrop. I have a Weather XM device coming in. I'm working on a homemade fry miner. So there's a lot of stuff coming in right now, a lot of passive income stuff, a lot of passive stuff that you don't even have to pay to get into. The only way you're going to know about it is by subscribing to my channel, and make sure you like these videos to get that word out. So a lot of these projects, we want the word to get out for more adoption and that kind of stuff like that. But thank y'all for watching. I hope all y'all stayed. I hope I didn't make this video too long. If y'all have questions, drop them in the comments. But also, I'm not too proud to say, if you want to learn more, search YouTube. There's a lot of good videos out about this. Go to the Discord, go to their Twitter. There's a lot of good information out about Soarchain. Even though it's a newer project, it's out there. Y'all do your research. Everybody make sure you do your own research to see if these things are good for you. Don't make any financial decisions that might hurt you in case the project fails. Never use money you can't afford to lose out on tomorrow if something happens to these projects. Be careful. None of this is financial advice. This is just stuff that I'm doing and bringing y'all along for the ride. So thank y'all very much. Happy Mardi Gras to y'all. If I don't see y'all, or y'all don't see me before next week, but y'all should. I got another video I got to work on also. And I'm hoping I can do some streaming of some parades this weekend so that y'all can see Mardi Gras. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this channel or on my other channel, The Grumpy Dad Outdoors. But either way, hopefully I can bring y'all along for the ride on that if the rain holds out. So y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all in the next video.